Okay, let's see here. Testing, 1, 2. Levels show good. I can't tell. Alright, so those are the only two windows I got, huh? Well, that's kind of. Alright. Okay, so this is my first live stream ever. Hello and welcome everybody watching the replay, because nobody's watching yet. Yeah, it's the first live stream. My name's Ryan. I own and operate Chimera Inc. LLC. I am throwing together this project. Well, we'll start at the beginning here. A customer wanted me to recreate or remake a control panel for a 1964 Hubley Tonka steel press toys Hubley pile driver pickup truck. The assembly for it, you have the main uh, actuating unit attached to a control panel, which is fairly flat, and it's up against the back side of a cab. Back then, they didn't do a lot of technologies and manufacturing back then are far, far, far. I don't know what's a good word. Less extravagant than today's manufacturing capabilities. So there wasn't a great many moving parts, etc., etc. But the idea was there. That's what made Tonka a very reputable manufacturer. Well, not only during the time that they were in operation making pressed steel toys, but far, far into the future, those things will never die. As long as there are people out there that will take the time to restore them and take care of them, etc., etc. So anyway, back to this. Let's see here. So it's just the arm brackets, and which I can't find the file for that. But the arm brackets and the control panel, and the control panel. Do 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 do. That was tricky, but this, imagine this, stainless steel. It was not as bad. Actually, it's a pretty straightforward project. The difficult thing was trying to 3D scan the original in and do the touch-ups and stuff, yada yada. I inevitably gave that up, and after 4 days of failure, well, about that, yeah, I had about 4 days into it. A week overall with the whole project, with just this and the arms that connect this post here, and there's supposed to be one over there too, to the top of the actuating unit. There's two big poles that fold up or push up via the brackets connected to this. They lock in, um, and it has a weight on there and a string with a pulley at the top, and it's just all hand driven. So you just pull the string, raise the weight, and then let it go, and down it goes, and bang in the spike. You know, but but since I am 3D printer and I don't do uh, metal applications yet, um, I recreated it. It's all hand dimensioned out too, by the way, and drawn up in CAD that way. Uh, it was kind of it was a learning experience. I mean, I'm not a professional modeler by any stretch of the imagination, but I do pretty well. Uh, I have not failed yet. But anyway, where was I? Uh, oh heck, I don't remember now. Let's see here. So yeah, this. So yeah, I made it and printed them off in carbon fiber PLA, which is very rigid and very dimensionally accurate material. I prefer that over a lot of things, to be honest. Although glass fiber PETG is quickly becoming a good friend, except for the fact that it clogs easily in anything less than a point .6 nozzle. So yeah, I learned that the hard way. But that's what happens when you get in a hurry and you want to force. Don't force things. Never force things. Everything should slide and glide easily. Okay, so we're not going to be working on this one today, on this part right here. I needed to. Okay, this is the top cap. Right here is where the pulley is going to be. This is going to sit right on top of the two poles. We're going to drop some center holes in here for the posts to secure them in, and I even made some cute little lug nuts and washers to secure this cap to the poles, which will sit on the bottom plate here. And let's turn them off. Yeah, and I won't be making any more changes to this. This is done. It doesn't, it's not done from looking at this and then looking at the finished printed version of it, but I found it easier just to mesh boolean a hinge right into it in my slicing software than just sit there and recreate it. That way, it worked out great actually. So this will be hinged and attached, and it will actuate. I don't know. I can't see if there's a. No, it's not giving me the. There we go. So it'll. Whoops, wrong way. It'll actuate like that, not to that extent, obviously, but when it's in its resting position, the attached poles should rest. Where is it? Yeah, Gate of Hell. I was having a bad day when I named it. Anyway, yeah, so this would be the top, and it sits pretty much flush with the cab of the truck. Um, so the poles would rest on top of the control panel here uh, at, oh, I don't know, 35 degree, 40-degree angles, not quite 45. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't have a truck. My dad does. That's where I did a lot of the guesswork at. Um, but I decided that because I was making, and I made it all completely original. They're, for all intents and purposes, the printed versions that I had done are an exact replica, a duplication of the original parts, except for the material that they're made from. That was the only caveat. Now, I will say that uh, I mean, they held up. I mean, they did. They actuated the the pole assembly, the slide assembly, the driving mechanism, um, and they locked. But they didn't look very stable. You know, they had some bend to them. Of course, you're talking what, like 11 inches overall, um, 12 inches overall for the driver assembly from the base plate to the top plate. Um, so I mean, like I said, I can't remember for the arms. I don't know where the heck that file is, but that's all right. I'm gonna redo them anyway because they're just so thin. It's supposed to be 22 gauge steel, which is, what is that? 36 thou, 39, something like that. Anyway, um, so I decided that I would look at beefing that up. Well, inevitably, what had happened was that um, I put this up online, for sale, kit, if anybody else wanted to replace theirs. They had an option, because nobody else does this stuff. Nobody recreates any of this stuff. The pressed steel bodies and stuff like that, sure, there's lots of people out there to do that. Um, restore them and stuff. But I actually, uh, I can say specialize because it's not the only thing I do, but I do have, oh heck, I don't know, like 8 different parts that I have reverse engineered and um, 3D printed, and they're on my website or I've sold on eBay or a little bit on marketplace, but I don't know. I'm not a salesman. That's not my bag. Um, I'm a creator. I love making. If I'm making something, I'm happy. That is my passion. Um, so anyway, I have a few different parts that span across Tonka's. Um, it spans across their line. I got, there's some parts that and they're all requested parts, that customers have come to me with, and I've either 3D scanned them and then reverse engineered them that way, or I hand dimensioned them out. Um, And I don't know why my phone's making noise, but I don't care. I'm over here. Well, I am wireless. I suppose I could go check. Nah. I don't want to lose train of thought. Where was I? Oh yeah. So there's several parts that I do. Um, but I have other focuses I need to focus on. So I'm pumping the brakes on the Tonka parts line as of today. I've ceased all development of I don't know, probably 8 or so parts more that I have um, in design. Most of them are being modeled out off of 3D scans. Um, and one second. Hmm, yeah, I. Oh, the link took you nowhere. Oh crap. Okay. Well, I don't know. One second. I can't just. Um. Yeah. I don't know. I can't just stop the stream. I gotta reset everything up. I think. I don't know. But. Oh yeah, it's live. Um. How do I? Don't type me in there. I'm not gonna respond. Let's see. Do, do, do. Oh, I don't know if I want to click on that. I might get hella feedback. So I won't. Hold on, damn it. Uh, there you go, buddy. I sent you a link. Um, Whoops, nope, don't want to see that. Alright, well, the rest is in your hands. Okay. Uh, well, let's see here. I gotta reopen some windows. Alright, that works. I don't know if I gotta have this one up or not. I don't think so. Whoops. What the hell? Okay. So that okay. I get it. All right. All right. So anyway, back to what the heck I was doing. Uh, I'm not working on that one tonight. I'm not working on that one, period, because that one's already done. Might as well just close that. I didn't change anything. Oh, excuse me. That I definitely need to deal with, but I need to do this first. Pop. Okay. So the nice thing about CAD programs these days is you have these histories, these timelines. Oops, get off that shit. Come on. These timelines here. So everything you do is recorded, and you can go back to it if you want to change it. Let's say this fillet here, or radius to some. Oh, what's that about? Oh, that's on the inside. That inside bottom, or what the hell did I do there? I don't know. Anyway, oh, I remember now. That's a bad example. That's piss poor examples here. Okay, so for those not familiar with, you know what? We'll just turn everything off. Blank slate, right? Right. Sketches. Sketches make the magic. I only want one visible for right now, though. Okay, and this is a custom ordeal, so it is intellectual property rights are maintained, and yeah, I will go after somebody. But so I drew it all up, this, that, and the other thing, but I need to make some changes. Changes primarily to the width here, so I can just double click that, and you know what? I want to bump it out another 200 thou. So from 300 to 5, and boom! There's other ways you can do this too. It's called parametric design. Um, I don't know. That's more of the fancy pants people's way of doing it. You know, they would already have had like all this stuff already like named and shit like that, so that um, you could just open up a parameters box and you change all those dimensions will pop up in here for all the named parts and stuff. But I don't do parametric crap because I'm not like affluent with the CAD software yet. But someday, man, someday I'll be a real modeler, designer. I don't know. Oh yeah, oh, we got one view. Woohoo! I don't know if anybody's in chat. And Mike, you make it? I don't know. I can't tell. I can see the chat box over here on my other screen, but I can't tell if anybody's actually watching. I'm sure I could, but I don't want to like start pressing buttons and doing shit that I don't know anything about. So far, this is going pretty good being my first stream. All right, I'm impressed with myself. Um, where was I? Okay, so I bumped that out. Yeah, because I gotta maintain that for sure. Oh crap. Um, what would the difference be if I turn that into... Not much. Okay. So I could do that if I wanted to go that route. Um, hmm. Well, I'll be damned. Uh, Nope, that don't really help me much. Uh, hmm. What the hell did he send? I'll have to watch that later. Um, yeah, I mean, connection's excellent. What's the delay? Not sure. Okay. Like a 15-second, 10, 15-second delay. It's not too bad. All right, 25 minutes. Oof. All right. Well, this is just an introduction, so, you know. But darn it, Mike, I was hoping you would have got on already by now. Did you figure it out, buddy? Concurrent viewers. I can't. I can see the live chat box. There is a delay thing going, but I don't. Oh, I don't know. I see buffering wheels on that. Nope. Okay. We'll just go off of that screen there. We don't need that screen. Anyway. Oh. Maybe he doesn't know how to do comments. Could be. I don't know. It's kind of a pain in the ass if you're only using a phone. But anyway, at any rate, I digress. Back to the job. Alright, so I don't remember what the hell size that was that he was showing me for the linear shafts if we wanted to go to the steel option, which I'm not gonna. But that's a 28 thou difference. It's not that significant. Anyway, back to the 405. Excuse me. Okay, so what we got going on? I made that bigger. That's good. That's important. Um, I'm assuming, Mike, that you'll at least watch the replay, so I'll just go ahead and designate this part to you. Where? Oh, come on. All right. So the through hole is going through here. I got a shaft that I believe, excuse me, I have drawn up to, what the hell was it? I think it's 2 inches. So it'll sit between, you know, center point here and center point there and support the pulley. And it'll just be a floating, oh, excuse me, floating shaft right there. And, 1 second. So, Sorry about that. Oh, that too. Okay. So it'll sit in there and spin, which is just how I want it. And then it's all sized up. Take provided the provided what was it, M3 by 20 millimeter, I believe, bolts, and screw them in. Probably should change that to grub screws, because no, wait, how was I gonna do that? Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, yeah. Just screw that in and cut the head off, um, and then screw on the little lug nuts that I made. Screw the lug nut with the brass threaded heat set insert that's excuse me, that's inset into them, and you just tighten it up like it's a bolt nut, and it should be pretty decent as far as everything goes with that. It should stick out just enough, because those arms, they would attach obviously right onto the bolt right here and on the opposite side respectively. But like I said, that's 22. Those are dimensioned at 22 gauge steel, so they're only like 40 thou thick. Uh, but I am going to beef them up. I think I'm going to. I don't know if I want to overkill it. Nah, I better not. Width-wise, they'll be the same. The ends of them, though, is really the only thing I'll have to do is thicken them and then slap a couple lines down across them, and then do a couple extrusions, and they'll be rocking and rolling. Be able to use the same rivet to secure them together. It should have the same lockout mechanism that is original to the design that they had for the Hubley pile driver. And yeah, that would take the bow right out of that. But yeah, um, 11 inches up. Okay, so I got that redimensioned because I needed more space, because the pulley that I was trying to print, all nice and sleek like, didn't print for shit. And I think I inevitably just printed two halves and sent them to you with everything else, because I didn't have time to do anything with it, which meant that this hole sucks. Okay, we want ta-da. All right, show me your features. Okay, there we go. All right, what we got? I need this dimension. 16th. Oh, what the hell's the whole size now? I don't remember. Is it 125 thou? I think it might be. I need to sketch close. There we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. Do, 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 do. Uh, oh crap! I only highlighted it. There we go. A der. 118. Oh yeah. Duh. 3 millimeter for the bolt. Yeah. Okay. So that actually. Hmm. Yeah, that's fine. That's right. Because I made the shaft that the pulley rides on. Um. The hell did I make that? It's smaller. I think it's like 100. Yeah, it's 110 thou in diameter, I think. So there will be enough room in there so that I can sit there and you know rotate, wobble. It ain't gonna have any wobble, but it'll be able to sit there and spin if it needs to. Um, I ain't concerned about friction. Um, okay, so that's 118 thou. Bum, bum, bum. 120 sounds good. I want it to slide on. Hmm. You know what? No, 120 is not good. I changed my mind. I want that to be a nice tight, kind of a tight fit. I don't want it to. I want it to be able to, spin if it needs to, but I don't want it to like flop around, slide back and forth on that shaft. Yeah, and I don't want to. I don't feel like making spacers. I'll just say it. I just don't feel like making any spacers. This has got enough parts to it. Maybe I will anyway, but whatever. What do I got going on here? Okay. Okay. Now, what's the height? It's rainy out there. I dislike people that drive by slowly in front of my house. I really do. Bothers me. Okay, where are we at in life? Where are we at in life? Well, fine. I don't know why that's not dimensioned. $120? No. Okay, we got 500,000 to work with. I'm going to eat up 450 of that. So, bum, bum, bum. Okay, get rid of that. How did I do that anyway? Did I just do an offset sketch off the top of that? I must have. So, okay. This should technically, in theory, wait, it should work. Just Double click that to edit that. Oh. Okay. The whole damn thing. Dimension. That to that. Is it not going to let me, or did I screw that up? What the hell does that say? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. So that's not going to be very conducive. Well, that's stupid as shit. Alright. Oh, what did I do? Break it? I think I broke my model. Whatever. Oh, damn you. Get off my fucking... It's gonna piss me off, is what it's gonna do. Okay. We want to bring this... what was that, 120? 125, we'll say, just for good measure. I want to double that, so we're going to bring in another 125. That should make it 250 total. Slap that across. Okay, we'll shorten it up a little bit, but where the hell are we? 245. Meh. Drop it down 20 thou. Minus 0.02. Yeah. Okay, so that should have it. And that should be 225 now. Overall. Mike, it's too bad you're not in the chat thing, man. So what I could do, I could do a number of things. I could dump gasoline on the computer and light it on fire for one. Anyway, so if I do that, I don't know. If I leave it like that, because it'll double up. I mean, it'll print. Well, I mean, I guess I can just do that. Why will it not let me do that? Oh, duh. Okay. because it's a folder for all the bodies in the component. Um, anyway, we'll just say left. And then we will move copy, create a copy, dun, dun, dun. And we'll stick it, distance we want 120. Or no. Duh. Should be 225, right? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Bleep. There's a beep there. Okay. Well, what'd I go? 120? I just need to go another. Well, whatever. I don't care at this point. Just do it by hand like every other damn thing I have to do. Because seeing is believing. Alright. That doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, okay. Optics, man, optics. Yeah, it's whatever it is now. Who cares? Oh, well. And that's how my life goes, folks. What a quinky dink. Although, why is there a... Well, that's stupid. It goes by the 50th thou crack. Alright. Good enough for the girls I date. Okay. Yeah. And this will be... right. Boom. There's the dynamite right there. That bore that hole pretty good. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. There's a gap there, isn't it? I don't know. That bothers me. It shouldn't, but whatever. I mean, I could join them. Nah, hell with it. Whatever. I want them to be able to move anyway in case I want to shorten it up on the fly. So yeah, I could basically tooth that out or spline it out and change it up, you know, if a person wanted to use something different or some kind of rider. If end up converting it to RC, an electronic winch. But at any rate, okay, that's done. And we'll go like this. Export. Doot, 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 doot. Always 3MF. Always 3MF. Everything else sucks. That is an acceptable location. Export. Okay, let's see here. Oh, pulley's done. Sweet. We don't need the gate. We're not doing anything with that panel today. And that renders that complete also. No, it does not. Show me your features. Okay, so. If I do that, I'm going to have to shorten that up. That's okay, I can live with that. You'll see what I mean. Didn't I doodle something on the bottom of this thing? Nope, apparently not. Well, alright. Oh, piss off. Why do they do that all the time? Anyhow. Create a sketch here. Wait, what? Edit profile sketch? Yeah, okay, fine. And we're gonna go 3mm on these holes. I'm staying with the M3 by 20. Oh boy. Oh no. God, what did I do? Oh crap. I gotta start over now. Okay. I should really constrain that, but I don't really care presently. Wait. That's not right. Okay. That's just my view. It's gotta be my view, right? Why isn't that like... Man, that looks off. How are we off? Where are we off? These are all driven dimensions, so there's no way in hell. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that. You see the triangles here, to there, to there, to do, da dee dee da. Yeah, that one's touching. That one ain't touching. What the hell? Why? Aha. No. Damn you. Whatever. Oh my god. So that means at some point which one's driven? Okay. I'm satisfied. Let's mess with some things real quick so that okay. Now, bum bum bum, 3 millimeter, right fucking there. I swear, I don't care. You know, I would try to not as much as I can, but you know, people want to complain about it. You know, the door's right over there. And this one, same. Oh, for fuck. Come on, you stupid piece of shit. Jesus Christ. You can pretty much tell how this goes for me, you know, and that's only been what, like an hour, and I'm getting irritated. Yeah, alright. That pretty much does it for tonight. All I'm going to do is punch them through, and it'll create a hole, and it's done. And you take the damn bolts and shove it through there and connect this, that, and the other thing. Okay, this shit can go off. So fucking annoying. Yeah, and how many hours I've spent doing this for people that don't appreciate it, to the fact that they sure as hell didn't pay me for it, you know? Hire a firm to do this stuff. You know what? Go ahead and check out the cost on that. I challenge anybody to do that. You know, doing this, the complete assembly and everything I'm doing. Any firm at all, you're looking at easily $600. Easily $600. And we're gonna lift off. I don't charge that much because I'm not a dickhead. Damn it. How thick was that? Who cares? I just need a reference. Okay. Now we're gonna hole it. And I don't need reference or nothing. Hmm. Say what? Oh, you know what? I've been doing this all wrong. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Don't need to do that. Alright. We're gonna go like this. No, you piece of crap. Depth. 1 inch. Go through the whole damn thing. No, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why would you want to select the depth first? You know, if you're trying to put a hole in there and you select a point, you would think that it would automatically click over to the diameter of the damn hole that you want to put there first and foremost, not a depth. That's fucking done. Show me the fucking sketch. There we go. Oh, hey, look, it's intelligent now. Um, yeah, I'll have to shorten up stuff and things. All right, that's all done. It is all complete. Now all I gotta do is just print the dang things off and ship them to customer. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see where he was this round and see why chat is not working or something's going on there because I'm getting nothing. I don't see anything for chat. So I don't know if you're trying to, if you're even there, Mike, or not. But yeah, I can't see any questions, any nothing. So I'm going to say this was a no-show on the live stream, and I mostly talked to myself and bitched a lot, which is par for the course. Yeah, all right. That's all she wrote.